Guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're here to do my top 12 games on the Oculus Quest for mixed reality. Mixed reality is one of the coolest things about VR, where it takes your physical space and kind of incorporates it to digital objects, as you can see in this video. They're super cool, and there's a lot of games that have come out for mixed reality over the last year and a half or so, so there's a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, the first one here coming in at number 12 is Samba de Amigo. I am a huge fan of music rhythm games and stuff like that. You guys know that if you guys watch this channel. And this is the Dreamcast retro game that I actually have and still have the drums, or the maracas I should say, and played on the Dreamcast and stuff. And they did a really good job bringing this into VR, but specifically for this video, mixed reality, where you really feel like, you know, it's coming out of your wall and maps your entire room. And then you have all the Samba de Amigo characters kind of like all hanging out on your floor and stuff like that, which is super cool. And it just has like a really festive environment. It turns all your walls and stuff like that to different colors to the beat of the music. And it just really feels like your room is being turned into like a party atmosphere, which I think is super cool, as you guys are looking at here. I just think they did a great job. They have like these virtual items that also go on in your environment as well. They did a great job with the mixed reality mode for what this type of game is, and the game in and of itself is really fun. Samba de Amigo at number 12. The next one here coming in at number 11 is Miracle Pool. Now this game is exactly what it sounds like. It is a pool game, but of course mixed reality really lets you see what mixed reality can do, where you can actually put a pool table right in your living room. I like the way that they do it too when you first do it, where you kind of unwrap it, that you guys saw there in the trailer. Like a box is kind of being unwrapped in your room, but also the physics in this game are really good. It's the best pool game I've played in VR. It has multiplayer, 8-ball, 9-ball, everything that you could want in here. The physics are spot on, and you know, being able to move around a pool table in your actual environment is also super cool. The customization, the online multiplayer where you can kind of rank up and stuff like that and unlock different cue balls, multiplayer, having your friends surrounding your room and stuff like that, being in your environment as you see their avatars, is always a super cool thing as well. I mean, they did a great job bringing this pool game into there, and it's the best pool game that I've played, you know, on the Quest. Miracle Pool coming in at number 11. The next one at number 10 is Smash Drums, and this game is Rock Band in VR essentially, so I love it. Again, another music rhythm game, but they did a great job with the mixed reality mode, and they're always updating mixed reality as well with new features and stuff. But you can see that your wall kind of collapses and you have the notes coming out of your wall and stuff like that, but it really is an experience when you're in there. It's actually my preferred way to play this game. When I play this game, I usually play in mixed reality mode because I love how, you know, your environment and the walls start cracking and stuff like that as you're playing the song, and things are kind of beating to it and stuff like that. You really feel like you're in your own, you know, mini concert in your living room with what's going on in front of you and surrounding you, where the notes are kind of escaping all over the place. Electricity and stuff like that, as you can see, is kind of opening up the walls and kind of smashing them down. The paint mode in the game is also cool, where you can kind of paint your whole room and use the drumsticks to kind of paint everywhere. It is super cool. And a really great game, obviously. Rock Band in VR is fantastic, and they're adding songs all the time. Smash Drums at number 10. The next one on this list coming in at number 9 is Ocean Rift. Now, I don't know how many of you guys remember this game, but I remember playing this game for the very first time on the Oculus, on the PC. That's how I first played this game, and it's great to, you know, see this game, you know, come over to the Quest and stuff like that. But then they updated the game and added the mixed reality mode, where you can actually turn your real life home and turn your walls into like a virtual fish tank and stuff like that, where you're seeing animals either above you, to the side, or whatever you want to do, really making you feel like, hey, that's like a world into like a fish tank and stuff like that. It's really cool, including the shark and stuff like that that can be surrounding your home. It just really adds a new element to the game. Even though we've seen this before, it really is a different experience in mixed reality, because it just feels like these things are with you in your house. That's kind of the whole point of mixed reality. So it feels different than just looking at, you know, a virtual environment and stuff like that. When you see these fishes or a shark kind of in your home and it looks like they're coming through your window, it really elevates the experience, and that's exactly what this game did. And if you guys love the original, you know, it's great that they added mixed reality for free on here if you already had the original game. So Ocean Rift coming in at number 9. The next one here coming in at number 8 is Lego Bricktales. This is one of the ones that first came out when mixed reality, you know, first started to come about, and this is a perfect game for it. We all played with Legos as a kid, and it's awesome to be able to do this in mixed reality. They do have like a story/campaign mode that you're kind of following. As you can see here, you put your table in your environment, and then you're solving these puzzles using the bricks and stuff like that, that you're kind of figuring out where to go. But then the coolest part is that you can also just play this any way you want, in explore mode and stuff like that, where you're taking all these different bricks and stuff like that and creating whatever you want in mixed reality and kind of building whatever you want, which is exactly what Lego is all about. And it is super cool to be able to play with Legos in mixed reality in VR, and see all these different environments that they created through the story mode and stuff like that, and then taking it and making your own and letting your creativity kind of run wild. So Lego Brick Tales coming in at number 8. The next one here coming in at number 7 is Puzzling Places. This is for all my puzzle fans. This is a super popular puzzle game where you're basically making a puzzle in 3D in a diorama, as you can see here. And I'm not even a huge puzzle fan, but it's super cool when you finish these puzzles and seeing how realistic and cool they look like in 3D and stuff like that. And then obviously doing this in your home in mixed reality and stuff like that is also really cool. They have a ton of different puzzles. They're always coming out with new ones. Like, they have different themed ones like cozy rooms and cityscapes and, things created in Europe and stuff like that. So there is a ton of different add-ons. They make monthly packs all the time based on different things. So you have an endless variety of puzzles to be able to create, and you can do them in different ways. You can make it easy where there's less pieces to very hard if you want to make them in small pieces, so like you would expect in a puzzle game. But I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do, just because I'm not the hugest puzzle fan. But, I found myself loving to put this together and seeing it come together, and doing it in mixed reality around my home and stuff like that is really, really cool. Puzzling Places coming in at number 7. The next one here coming in at number 6 is Piano Vision, and this game is super cool because it kind of caught me by surprise on how cool it actually was going to be, where it is you learning how to play the piano, but they have a ton of variety of different songs that you can play in here, songs that you know as well. But, I was never a person who obviously knew how to play the piano and stuff like that. I didn't think I'd get into it, but playing this in mixed reality and stuff like that, where you're seeing the notes kind of sitting in front of you and the piano's kind of in front of you, really making you feel like you're playing the piano, having all these different songs that you can actually play, and it being a lot easier than you would expect it to be, with these notes kind of flying at you and stuff like that. It is super cool. And an app that's been around for a while. This came out like in the very beginning, again, when mixed reality first came about, but it's still high on this list because it's a super cool experience. Again, it kind of shows the power of what mixed reality can do. Not only is this just a fun thing to do, but can also teach someone how to play the piano and take that to the next level. And you have a lot of different things out there that mixed reality can do, where it really puts a piano in front of you. You really feel like you're playing it, and it's just a super cool experience and also a learning experience at the same time. So Piano Vision coming in at number 6. The next one here coming in at number 5 is Deo Battles, and this is a sequel to the original game Deo that a lot of people know and love. It's a turn-based strategy game, very reminiscent of Dungeons and Dragons, but the sequel here kind of let you play this in multiplayer PvP for the first time, and also let you finish a game in essentially 10 minutes or so, unlike the first game that took a few hours to beat through a campaign. So it's really, really cool. You still get that Deo feel, and playing it again in mixed reality is super cool because it feels like you're playing a board game in mixed reality. Essentially, is you guys know I love my board games and stuff like that. Having 3 other avatars and your friends kind of surrounding you at a table in your mixed reality environment, and kind of seeing them and playing these cards and stuff like that, it really feels like you're playing Dungeons and Dragons in your house, which is obviously super cool, super fun, and it's a great game. It's a game that I still come back to. It gives me that Deo feel in a much shorter time frame. It is my favorite of the two just because of that reason. I also love PvP games and multiplayer games, but they both have a place no matter what. But Deo Battles comes in at number 5. The next one here coming in at number 4 is Drop Dead the Cabin mixed reality mode. So Drop Dead the Cabin is a fantastic game. It's like Call of Duty Zombies in VR, but then they added a mixed reality mode that kind of brought that experience to your home called Home Invasion. And it is the coolest thing I've seen in mixed reality as far as a demo to kind of showcase your friends and stuff like that, because it's a very easy thing to get into, where it kind of turns your home and all your windows are boarded up and you're kind of defending your home from the zombies coming in, and they literally come through your window. You can kind of peek through there. You have the weapons kind of show up in front of you. You have gigantic, monsters kind of coming through your walls and kind of breaking them through. And the first time that happened, that was like a crazy experience. And for people who you're trying to showcase mixed reality to, who have never seen mixed reality before, this is the demo experience that I show them, because they can easily play it. They have different difficulty levels now that they updated into it, so you can choose easy, medium, hard, or whatever, depending on what you want. And it is super cool being able to use these weapons and kind of attack these zombies that are literally sitting in your living room as you're kind of fending them off and stuff like that. Again, super cool experience. My most fun experience to showcase to your friends and family who have never seen it before and want a demo of what mixed reality can do. This is fantastic. Coming in at number 4. The next one here coming in at number 3 is Demeter, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is a platformer that you completely play in mixed reality. Again, this is on the top of the list because it really does showcase what mixed reality can do when a game is kind of developed for that reason. I don't think this game, if this game wasn't in mixed reality doing the cool things that it does, it wouldn't be nowhere near as fun or cool as it is. But the fact that everything in this platformer is kind of happening around your environment, surrounding you, you're doing puzzles and fighting enemies and stuff like that in your environment. And again, it really does do creative things in mixed reality that can only be done in mixed reality. So you can tell when a game was kind of developed from the ground up to take advantage of it. And this is what mixed reality can do. And it is super cool to see a platformer in mixed reality. It's a full-on game that a lot of people have been clamoring for, that they wanted to see a full game in mixed reality developed from the ground up. And this was the first one that we got, and it was a really, really cool. Definitely urge you guys to check this out, especially if you guys like platformers. Demeter coming in at number 3. The next one here coming in at number 2 is Trackcraft. This is a VR racing game where you're driving those tiny cars that we've done before. But what's really cool about this specifically in mixed reality is that you're creating your own entire tracks, and you can use your home environment to create these tracks and put portals in your wall, from coming to driving through one wall and then coming out of another. And you're creating all these different tracks. You can download tracks from other people as well. It is super cool. The variety of it is kind of insane. The creativity that you can have in this game by using your home environment and kind of creating it and creating it with other people as well, because you can do it with your friends, which is super cool. And then racing is awesome. Trackcraft at number 2. And the number 1 game on this list for sure is Starship Home. I knew my number 1 game on this list before I even started this list, because this was it's the most impressive mixed reality game I've played so far to date. And it is the coolest thing I've seen in mixed reality. I mean, you are basically in charge of a starship. Your whole entire house or home or room or whatever you want to call it basically becomes a starship that you're basically controlling to kind of navigate throughout the universe. And you have different portals and stuff like that that are kind of laying all over your environment, and you have all these different things to maneuver your starship and explore different planets and go to new different planets, taking care of these aliens that you kind of find out in the environment that kind of grow up in your home, all these different plants that are growing and stuff like that in your environment. Super colorful game, super cool. Again, developed for mixed reality from the ground up. It wouldn't work any other way, but they really elevated what you can do in mixed reality. Man, this is what I wanted mixed reality to be when it first came out, and this is what I was hoping for, and they kind of knocked this one out of the park, in my opinion. I think this is fantastic. Coolest thing you can see in mixed reality, and it takes mechanics in mixed reality that can only be done there, which is exactly what this list is all about. Starship Home coming in at number 1. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that list of the top 12 mixed reality games for the Quest platform. There's a lot of cool things for you to hear to try, especially if you got the new Quest 3S that's coming out next week that you guys are going to all be getting. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. There's a lot more to explore, and I'll be doing these lists in the future because mixed reality games are coming out all the time, and it's one of my favorite things about the Quest platform. So thank you guys for watching. Till next time.